Hi everyone and welcome back to our YouTube channel. We are as always your hosts,
Arne and Carlos.
We're back with our Advent calendar.
And this is day 14 of our super fun knit-along that we are hosting in November. And Christmas for us is all year round. And sometimes when the season is wrong and we're pre-recording, we have no idea what day and what month it's supposed to be.
But now, Carlos, since we pre-record, we haven't told anyone when we did the pre-recording. Now people think it's October.
No, it's not October.
It's not October.
I can guarantee it's not October. What my point was, because we do Christmas all year round. Sometimes we don't even know when we're going to air these things, right? But we know that this is going to be airing in November. We know this is airing in November, and it's not October. I can promise you that it's not October. But we're not telling you when we recorded this because
we want to make the impression of winter.
Exactly. We've worked hard.
It's winter.
We worked hard. Arne created this whole set with his own bare hands.
That was hard work.
And it was hard work. And also
putting up a picture.
Remember all the years that you had to woo your cousin's, what was it again?
My grandmother's cousin.
You're right.
Yeah,
you had to woo her for many years before you got the door.
So finally I got the door.
Right.
Because I love the door.
Exactly. So we had a lot of work getting this all set up. It's definitely not October. But when you watch it, it's November. And today should be November 14th if all goes well.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's pre-recorded. We have to pre-record early. A lot of people wonder why. Why do we have to pre-record? And I can explain that very quickly. I have a mother who has Alzheimer's disease, and she's in a home in Sweden. If something happens to my mother tomorrow, I have to leave, and we can't record. And therefore, by pre-recording, we can assure that the podcast will be done in time for it to be aired as we plan. And therefore, it's about us. We won't miss an episode. If it were live and my mother had an accident and I had to leave for Sweden, we would have had to cancel the podcast, and we don't want to do it. So it's more out of necessity than anything else. I mean, I'd love to do it live, but we know that we can't. There's always going to be something.
It's not quarantine anymore.
Exactly, it's not quarantine.
It was easy because we couldn't go anywhere. But now we have to do other things.
So that's the explanation why it's pre-recorded. It's the only way we can assure that you get this the way it's supposed to be done.
Yes.
And yeah, we've got our lovely scene here, a beautiful sunny November day. Although up here, this would have been more February, don't you agree?
I think maybe, yeah.
Yeah.
This is more like
a February
day. February.
Yeah.
With the birds. We had those in the garden.
Yeah. In the winter, we do
loads.
But technically speaking, it could be November if it were in the middle of the day on a sunny day.
But in the weather forecast today, the day we record, they have said it can be heavy rain.
Yeah.
Like it's a yellow warning, and that's kind of
scary. Well, not really.
Scary, but then it's a lot of rain coming.
Yeah.
And they said when it poured down just for a short time, but there comes so much water. So if they said on the radio, like if you have a basement to take in water, or if you have or a water stream or anything, or pipes, be sure to clean them up because there's a lot of rain coming. But you can never trust the weather forecast anymore.
No, actually they were predicting thunderstorms as well.
I haven't heard anything, but it's very warm.
It is, yeah. But don't give away the time of the year we're recording this.
Did you hear the thunder?
No. But they are predicting thunderstorms today. I haven't heard anything. But if it suddenly starts to rain very heavily, you will all hear it because there is a tin roof above us. Yes. And it actually makes quite a lovely sound. I do like it.
It's relaxing.
Yeah.
Although when we did the renovation or the extension of the house, we put on metal roof, and when the carpenters ordered the roof, they said the whole thing, and they didn't get the whole thing because the whole thing, like the whole roof, they doesn't bring you these strips of like a thick plastic that should be under the thin roof, because that take away a lot of the sound. Because
I don't understand a word of what you're saying.
no, because if you don't have that rubber under the tin roof,
Oh,
the
okay.
noise is so hard. It's like being in an old barn.
Yeah. So what Arne is trying to say is that
What?
they omitted. So the supplier
Yeah, they
of the roof,
admitted they hadn't sent
they didn't send a thing that needed to be there to cushion the sound. Is that what you were trying to say?
You have a nice hairstyle today. Look from the side. No, the other side. No, and turn more forward.
It's okay.
Yeah, there you see it.
What, the alfalfa?
Yeah, no, you have like a huge thing in the back.
A little alfalfa, yeah.
Did you just get out of bed?
No, I did not get
No.
out of bed. It's actually late afternoon. We've had the plumber here all day, and he's turned off the water. So this is the best I could do without water.
Yeah, I think you did.
I mean,
you did so good.
I mean, early morning, I brushed my teeth. I did that, and then I forgot that the plumber was going to turn off the water. And then he turned off the water, and here we are filming, and I don't. Anyway, we're digressing quite a lot. We were going to talk about the little bullfinches. We've got Rob, Danny, Susie, and Fran.
Yeah.
They're with us every day. And actually, we've already talked about the beautiful window that we enlarged in the kitchen, so that when I do the dishes, in Christmas or in November,
Winter.
December, January, February, washing the dishes and seeing the bullfinches up in the trees is quite lovely. And then in the summer, it's all green. It's like a green wall. It's beautiful. So I really enjoy bullfinches. We do have a story that some of you may have heard. Some of you may not have heard this story about the very greedy bullfinch that.
That was in the beginning when we lived in this place,
Yeah.
and we had this feeding station or food station
Outside our
outside
kitchen
the
window.
window.
And this is before we built the porch.
Yeah. And one day there was this big bullfinch. It was so fat, just like a round ball sitting
Yeah.
on the.
It was a white, black, and red ball. I mean, really,
Poor thing.
like that. And and we're drinking coffee, and I look at that bird, the bird feeder, and it was a flat bird feeder with a birdhouse on it.
Like a roof.
Or it was like a house. It was like a house, and it was a bird feeder. And there is this really fat bullfinch. I mean, he's so fat. And I noticed him, and at first it's like, what's that? And then I realized
That's a really
it's
big one.
it's an unusually large bullfinch. And I say to Arne, look at that. And then the poor thing just went. He went. I mean, literally plump, like a microphone drop.
A mic drop. It just fell off the platform.
Yeah.
And he was dead because we went out to look at him.
Poor thing.
He was lying on his back with the feet up, and he was dead. He just
kicked the bucket.
Maybe he ate too much.
He handed in his slippers.
He handed in the slippers,
as we say in Norwegian. So I said, look at the, and then plump, bullfinch. Yeah, poor thing, yeah. And actually, we had, because it's Christmas, and you do all your baking, right? And
maybe we killed him.
We put donuts out for the birds.
But they eat donuts.
Well, the birds, they do actually need all that fat. It's very important for them, because that's how they build, their stamina, to keep
We have never
in the
had
winter.
A bullfinch dying of eating donuts before.
Well, we have.
If he died of the donuts, then there should be a lot of dead birds under feeding.
Well, we stopped feeding them donuts, not because of this, but we just stopped feeding them donuts. Nowadays, we get this coconut fat, and we make balls of coconut fat. Actually, we heat the coconut fat, and then we add all kinds of bird seeds, and sometimes nuts, but nuts are very expensive. So we do sunflower seeds. Mixed in the coconut fat, and then we make balls. And while they are still warm, we insert a needle and a thread, and we make a little string, and then we tie them up. So yeah.
But I think when before, I remember when we had cakes left, we put the cakes up in the trees in the winter.
You mean the Christmas cookies?
Christmas cookies. That was actually very nice. Also, just decorative.
Very decorative. Anyway, that's the bullfinch story that I think some of you have heard before. Poor little thing.
Poor little bull.
And yeah, it was very sad to see him plop like that. Plop. Yeah, look at the. That's what I had time to say. I'll never forget it. It's like 15 years ago, but it's still very vivid in my memory. And yeah, these kids up here, these little ones, our favorite pop group, the Bullfinches.
Yeah, they won't move.
They're okay.
So
they're not getting donuts from us at all.
No, they're fine.
And they're doing really, really well. Anyway, I think we've digressed so much.
Should we look at the 6 rounds?
Yeah.
Did you?
I think it's my turn. So I'm going to do it. I'm going to flip the stocking. And for the people who just, tuned in and are wondering what the hell's going on, I thought this was a Knitalong.
What are these two talking?
What are these two guys talking about?
We had that once.
Yeah.
I remember.
We did, yeah. And so in the 11th minute, finally, we're going to talk about our knitting. And as you know, if you've been here for 14 days or 13, you know that we're doing
14 years.
13 days.
Yeah,
you know that we're doing a knit-along, a stocking knit-along that is absolutely free, and we reveal 6 rounds every day, which is what I'm going to do today. I'm going to reveal the November 14 6 rounds, and then you can go to our web shop at you can't go to our web shop. You can go to our blog at ARNECARLOS.com to get the pattern for the chart for today's 6 rows. And then you can sit down for your 20 minutes or 2 hours, depending on if you're an ARNE, that would be a 20-minute, or if you're a Carlos, which would be a 2-hour, and enjoy your knitting. And then you can go to ARNECARLOS.com to get Christmas balls, because we've got, Christmas is what we do best, isn't it? So loads of Christmas things there.
We do Christmas the whole year.
We do, yeah. So anyway, we started with a toe, and then we've got 6 reveals or 6 rounds every day. So here is pretty much the foot. I can turn it around, and here you can see where the heel is going to be. And if you've never done this before and you're still doing it with us, we're very proud of you. And don't you worry, we got you covered, and it's going to go beautifully. Yeah. Anyway, the foot has grown and grown and grown, and today we are past the hearts and into some more hearts.
2 small hearts. Or 2, there's more of them. They're 2 different hearts.
Yeah.
And this was easy. This is a very easy round.
Yeah, these 6 rounds are pretty easy. You don't have to do any twisting.
No twisting, and there's 2 rounds with white.
Yeah, I was just going to say. And then you've got 2 white rounds. And I haven't cut the green. I just, the good thing about now is you've got this little bag, kind of. Before it becomes a stocking.
This is the project bag.
Yeah, right. Before it becomes a stocking, it's a project bag. And if I go into my project bag, I've got a little ball of green yarn that has been very snug in here while the knitting was done.
And why is it in the bag? Does it mean we're going to use green next time, or
it's there? We haven't cut it. We haven't cut it, so who knows?
Who knows?
Who knows?
No.
It's a mystery.
It's a mystery.
And speaking of mysteries, Arne, we have a competition.
We do.
And we're going to talk about the competition too. But before we do, community, we love community, and we love everybody that is here. And we love it when you're active in the comments. Just, make sure to comment, help each other, tell each other, if you're enjoying it, your progress and everything. And if you need help, put it in the comments. And if you are able to help, please help us.
And if you post
please
pictures,
help us help someone.
Yeah. And if you post some pictures, hashtag us so we can see what you're doing and how your work is growing.
And all you need to do is do a hashtag ARNE CARLOS on Instagram and Facebook, and we will for sure have a look at the pictures.
Yes.
Now over to the competition, Arne.
Yeah.
So we've got a really cool competition running this year where we will randomly select a lucky winner who will win our latest e-booklet that we have done for Rowan and enough of the Rowan Norwegian wool yarn to knit one of the sweaters from this e-booklet in any size they want.
Yeah, and the inspiration for this collection is Svalbard. So we have the husky sweater, we have the dog sledge, we have cables, and we have polar bears. And the only thing you have to do is to answer this question. how many books have we published?
Yep, that's the question for this year. And we want you to put the answer in the comments down below. It's a number we're looking for, and we're going to give you a little hint. Wikipedia is not a reliable source, so you may want to look elsewhere if you want to get the correct answer.
Yeah.
And you can put the answer down preferably once per day during this knit-along, and that will increase your chances. But please do not put the answer more than once per day, because then you will be ghosted by YouTube, and you do not want that to happen. So once a day is pretty much enough.
Yeah.
And we will announce the lucky winner in December. So this will be a fine Christmas, well, one person will get a really fine Christmas present from Arne and me in the post as well.
Yes. So remember to like and subscribe, and if you're a subscriber, put on that notification bell, because then you won't miss an episode.
Yep, and make sure to interact with our content, as that really helps us here on YouTube. And last but not least, for additional content, make sure to look at the offer that we have for members. Becoming a member means that you will get 15-minute catch-ups with us every week. We do live streams where we offer our knitting help and expertise. We've got shenanigans in the kitchen and shenanigans, well, actually, shenanigans pretty much wherever we go. And then there's fun things like badges and emojis and other kind of content like that. So if you want to become a member, or if you want to consider it, all you need to do is visit our channel at ARNE CARLOS, go to the subscribe button, and next to the subscribe button, you've got a join button. Join by clicking and then selecting your tier. And we look forward to seeing you for that additional content as well. And if not, it's perfectly okay. We look forward to seeing you here every day for our knit-along, and then for our usual episodes on Sundays.
Yes.
Yep.
So
So thank you for watching, and we will catch up with you very, very soon again. Bye.
bye.